This is a quote from the movie Moonstruck, which is one of my favorites. I watch it a couple of times, probably a couple of times a year. Johnny Camerari, who's sort of anti-hero of the movie, says to the woman he's wooing, "Love don't make things nice. It ruins everything. It breaks your heart. It makes things a mess. We aren't here to make things perfect. Snowflakes are perfect. Stars are perfect. We are here to ruin ourselves and to break our hearts and love the wrong people. The storybooks are bullshit." We're here to break our hearts and love the wrong people. I don't know, has certain ring. And I wanted to say, because it appears often in the comments, I don't understand, this isn't my story, I didn't ghost somebody, or nobody lied to me, or whatever it is. And it probably isn't your story. I mean, in a certain way, these stories are so relatable that they're all of our stories. If we live our lives with any authenticity, we're going to go through certain challenges that are just part of being human, part of walking around in this body, which is a challenge. I mean, it really is. Whether or not you're of a certain age, and that's a challenge every morning. But, at various times in my life, almost every morning, there's a certain willingness, or you have to summon the willingness to walk into life. Because we're not here to make things perfect. Even if we were, good luck with that. So, as far as the readings go, it's about you and what you relate to. And there are readings that aren't for you, that may be for somebody else. There are a lot of people here. And I don't really know how it works, but I think that there's some sort of something at work that brings up the reading, that the people who really need to hear this, it's for them. It may not be for you. It may be for a friend of yours, or for you in another stage of your life that's already passed or coming. Time is very fluid in tarot. It may be for, that's for you to determine. But I think, mostly, apparently I'm shuffling backwards here, we all can, sooner or later, realize we love the wrong people. And what does wrong mean? I think it's just the inconvenient people, or the people that it's going to be a real challenge to love, or that we have to somehow go against the grain. The sanctioned relationship in order to find rebel love, something like that. Tell us about rebel love, please. Strength card. Page of Pentacles. I think it's the courage, strength card, to face what life has to offer. We get to shape it, but also circumstance is a part of it, We can manifest. There's the little angel handing us a pentacle. Pentacles are earth energy. They're to do with daily life and manifestation into daily life, and the opportunity to accept or refuse it. the way you can accept or refuse the reading. You're the filter. Tell us about the Courage card, the Strength card, a card of Leo. The maiden has an infinity symbol over her head. You know, this is a continuing, timeless, I don't want to say effort, but ask on the part of the universe. Three of Wands. I see that as a sort of keep the faith card. You know, what's coming into me? What have I manifested? You know, and that anticipation, what's it going to be? And in Wands energy, the energy of strength, that Leo energy of being ready to receive. Love don't make things nice. It ruins everything. But, you know, it certainly will require this, whether it's love of our kids, love of our spouse, you know, love of our neighbor as ourself, love of self. Under strength, we have Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords knows what's what. She knows it's sword energy. What does she know, please? Oh, I just shuffled her back in. And look on the split, there's the Star card. I do that periodically, and I don't think that's a mistake. There she is again, Queen of Swords. You know, I see it as like, to a degree, oh, and under that tower, sometimes the bottom of the deck just speaks very loudly. Queen of Swords is the filter. You know, she's the one who, he, she, they, who can determine whether or not something is right for this person at this time. You know, will I let this into my life? Is it too chaotic? Five of Wands. Is it too chaotic? Love don't make things nice. Okay. And the Star card on Queen of Swords. That's a card of Aquarius, a major arcana card, you know, representing those common stories that we experience by virtue of being human. You know, we're born, we're going to die. That's what we can count on. And in the space in between, you know, what's offered to us? Do we accept it? Do we wait for it? Have we manifested? And there's a degree of like, you know, I wasn't asking for this. Tower. Card of Scorpio, emotional upheaval. You know, that card of love don't make things nice. There's a lot of struggle involved in it. You know, and trying to determine what's worth my time, my effort. Pentacles. Pentacles speak to time and the effort you put into something. Seven of coins. That's growing something. And I'm going to stop it right there. Bottom of the deck. We have a lot to get through here. That goes on Queen of Swords. You know, and Seven of Pentacles is a card of assessment. You know, I put in time and effort. What does it yield in me? What's the crop? Is it enough to sustain me in my life? And I've worked so hard on something, and then it gets wiped out. It gets rubbed out. It creates a space. What's going to fill the space? Well, initially, this chaotic, I don't know. It's almost like in the vacuum, after this comes down, something known, something we thought was stable and dependable, like there's a moment of everything's up in the air. And all the people involved, right? This isn't just about one couple or one relationship. This is all of these guys, all of us, by virtue of being human, having to deal with this. There's a chaotic, what fills the void left by Tower will at first, I think, appear to be just, nuts. There's no way to prepare for this energy. It's a 5 card. 5s demand change. And that may be all we know in the wake of Tower. This dramatic, sudden lightning bolt. It's almost as if the universe throws us a curveball. And I'm getting the image of the guy in baseball. First somebody has to hit the ball and connect. And then the other person or people scramble to catch the curveball. Love don't make things nice. It ruins everything. There's a kind of something we can't prepare for. It opens us. And sometimes being open to life hurts. I'm preaching to the choir, you know that. And there's that star card again. It's now going on 5 of Wands. A card of healing, a card of finding one's way through the chaotic energy, the curveballs that life throws. That it's somehow for our highest good. And I know that sounds, even as I say it, I reject that. For my highest good? This is for my highest good? Are you kidding me? I have to change? It has to be this hard? Just when I thought it was established and I had some ground under my feet, there's this intense shakeup that requires this kind of strength, the courage to rebuild. The angel that took the Tower down is now handing us this potential energy of Page of Coins. What am I going to do with it? And I'm hearing, lemons, lemonade, and all of that. On Strength card, oh my gosh. Holy moly, the devil. That's a little bit this. It's a shakeup. It's an emotional shakeup. And it's strength. Whatever comes up in the shakeup, sediment settles. And you can't really see because the water's fairly clear. And then this happens. And all the sediment gets shaken up and you get this cloudy mess. The shakeup is a good thing because it shows you the cloudy mess. That's what shadow work is. If we never shake it up, if we never change, if we never accept what life throws at us, we'll never have to face this. What holds us back, what makes us feel small. Devil energy, the need to work with Capricorn. Hard-working energy, work with it in 3D to free ourselves. so that this thing pops up. Somebody's waiting for it with some optimism. You know, this is a card of hope as well as healing. You know, that out of this struggle, Five of Wands, will come some kind of clarity. You know, the water, the sediment will settle and we'll be able to understand where we are and why. There might be moments of that. We can't live there. This is a continual energy. You know, things, when we're in the place of space and time, things come into being and they go out of being. They're not really lost, but, you know, you can't approach it in the same way. After the shakeup, and this is a card of shakeup, you know, this is the sediment being kicked up. Nobody really knows what they're doing, Wands energy. You're not the only one who is lost sometimes. On Three of Wands, Four of Cups, there's a card of disappointment, of missed opportunities, of waiting. This is optimism. This is like, you know, the heart heaving an enormous sigh. And again, we've got the angel. The angel of our better nature. Okay, on Page of Coins, Sun card. In that same fire energy. You know, this is happiness and warmth. You know, the possibility for that. If we stay locked up in the citadel, never shake it up, never face shadow, we never get into the light. And I know that sounds sort of trite, but it's true. This is like celebrating life in all its, I mean, they're telling me in all its vicissitudes. Like, on Tower, Lovers. I mean, it's a card of Gemini, of that thing, that yin-yang aspect, the choice that both people make to give it a go. And I think by this point, both people know, Sword energy, that love don't make things nice. That we're not in the idyllic Garden of Eden. We're out in the world where shit happens. Five of Wands. Shit happens. Let's see, what does that mean? Shit happen. I mean, it's the Devil card. We have to, you know, we have to kind of face the dark thing. There's a lot of this in living a good life. The need to break away, to summon the strength to even look at this stuff. There's a great energy that says, don't look, don't look, don't look. If you keep it in the corner, if you don't shake up the water, you know, we can stay safe. If we don't shake up water energy, the energy of connection and love, we can stay safe. It also cuts us off from this. Okay, why does it cut us off from the connection? And this can be with ourselves too, right? because we all have that yin-yang within. If we're balanced, and I think that's what this is. It's a struggle for that balance that's continual, because the curveballs keep coming. They just do. Judgment. Card of second chances. Call to new life. And again, we have all the people here rising up out of the coffins. That change. They keep coming. Seven of Cups. Card of opportunities. Also a card of the need to pick something. The need to make the choice. Not once, but again and again. To decide where to invest our feelings. Knowing that it's not about making things nice. If it were, we'd stay in the tower. We'd never venture out. We'd never look into the dark corners of our own psyche. You know, this is what's at stake. The opportunity, Page of Coins, for happiness. And that you don't get it unless you face down fear. Face down the need to stay safe. We can be addicted to that, to the point where we have a stranglehold on our own potential. On Seven of Cups, Six of Cups. Soulmate energy. There's a second chance here, you know, and it's not clear. It's confusing. The waters need to settle. Cups energy, you know, like it's not right off the bat that you know where to invest your heart. Cups energy, Six of Cups it usually refers to a past relationship, past chronologically or past life. Past life. This is new life. This is regeneration, regrowth. Five of Cups. Boy, do we have a lot of water energy here. Well, this is sadness. It's disappointment. And I like this card because usually Five of Cups, the person is by themselves. Here, there's somebody consoling them. Because that's our common experience. Show me the life that has no hurt. Two fives here. Cards that require change and courage and the ability to work with shadow. And we console each other. I think one of the best things we can do for each other when we're sad, I mean, this guy is absolutely dejected. The worst thing we can do is to tell the other guy, you know, snap out of it. Pull yourselves up by your bootstraps, which implies you have boots and you have straps. Sometimes you just have to sit with the sadness, as this guy is doing. He's trying to absorb what's happened. And the angel here is now this shadow energy, this sort of angel of the night. We're here to break our hearts. Sad but true. Tower, Lovers. On Five of Cups, the story continues. A Nine of Cups. That's wish fulfillment. You know, that's the desire to open the heart back up, to feel what we feel. Two cards of wish fulfillment right next to each other. You know, having faith that what do we have faith at? Queen of Pentacles. You know, this is a kind of energy of life comes to me and I embody it. Pentacles energy. It's about living it. It's about in the body. It's about self-care, care for others, like you know, comfort in the storm. Queen of Pentacles is somebody who would, you know, remember there's this figure consoling the one who's lost. And they've lost something in their lives, but they've also temporarily lost themselves. You don't need to be literally widowed to experience this kind of loss. This person may have loved the wrong person. Does that mean you shut down your heart? I would suggest no. But accept help, accept, you know, give and receive the consolation of the fact that we're human and that our hearts break. You know, and when they break, it's also the possibility for this, for the light to come in. Devil can be a card of control. You know, over-controlling in order to stay safe. With this false idea that perfection means no pain. That if we get it right, it's not going to hurt. You know, if we're here, it's going to hurt and it's going to heal. And it'll hurt again and it'll heal again. I had written down yesterday, I think, the idea of an open wound. Open wounds, you know, you don't want the closed wound before it's healed. That's dangerous. That's infection can, you know, run rampant. Wounds need to be cleaned in order to heal. My sister worked on a burn ward once in Children's Hospital. And there were these kids who, you know, had suffered these horrible injuries. And part of the healing process was that the wounds had to be scrubbed. All the dead tissue had to be removed. And they were so brave. The black kids, when they were burned, had white patches. And the white kids, when they were burned, had black patches. And she walked in the room, and these kids who had, you know, most people, I think, would wince. And, you know, it's hard to look at. It's hard to look at. And she said, "You look like pinto ponies." And that got a laugh. You know, to approach people's injury and pain and not look away. Not look away from our own sadness, not look away from the things other people are suffering. You know, man, there is suffering in the world. And the impulse to look away and shield ourselves from it is totally human. in that Leo energy, helping ourselves and each other get through the day. I had a day like that yesterday. I had to call a friend of mine and say, can you do a wellness check? And yeah, I was physically challenged, but the real challenge was, it made me so sad to be, even for a day, out of life. I couldn't do anything but lie on the couch. And it hurt. And I called my friend and said, just please come over. And this person did. They came over. They couldn't fix it, but they could do this. Console. Just sit with me while I was feeling my way out of pain into hope. This is like making of your body that closed citadel, resisting tower energy. See, there are even the buildings in the background. This person's trying to stay safe, trying to shore it up, trying to stick with what they have. If I shut myself down hard enough, and I'm noting there are people in the background here. I don't know if you can see them. And this person is holding up, I usually see this as quite a negative card. Being closed down or holding on too tight, like devil energy, earth energy. I'll hold on so tightly to this life I have known, regardless of if it fits me anymore. Tower energy doesn't fit anymore. It's too small. There's no protection against disruption. No protection against the need to change, emotional upheaval, the need to work with shadow. Even in relationships like this. Confusion sometimes. And the need for, reconciliation, forgiveness. People often call this a card of Scorpio as well. How do we get to new life? Not through hiding from it. Lemonade, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Two of Cups. It could be read two ways. Hang on to hope. Despite all the vicissitudes, they keep vicissitudes. Hang on to the hope of connection. Hang on to the hope that we can give and receive compassion. We can give it. We can receive it. It's blessed to do both. Blessed to do both. Two kind of, beneficent mother images. New life, the baby. And in the Christian myth, the baby is not born in a palace. Baby is born in a stable. I don't know if you've ever been in a stable, but they're very organic places. With the beasts of the field. Finding grace there, finding grace in life. Not in the palace, not in the citadel, not in the protected place. This is where the angels visit you. They visit all of us. There's something about it also comes to those who sit and wait. There's a time to actively go out and search for it. There's also a time to kind of surrender emotionally. What got me out of my incredible, cycle of pain yesterday, when my friend came over, it comforted me. When they left, I burst into tears. And that stopped the pain. Didn't stop it, but it broke the cycle. Accepting the feelings of hurt, of just the challenge of it, broke the cycle. All this person did was sit next to me, hold my hand. And there's one more, I think. Hangman. A card of suspension. It doesn't come immediately. Like there's time out to process what we feel. To process what we feel. And there will be times of time out when the impact of tower is so overwhelming that we just need to sit still, to hang on to our hats. Non-movement, processing it, whatever it is, processing it. With a little help from our friends, we'll get high, we'll get by, we'll try, say the Beatles, with a little help from my friends. Is that it? That's it. So there's some okay. That's it. This is the work of manifestation, right? To wait with some optimism. Even though we didn't get what we wanted, what we felt we deserved. In the moment, we don't get it right away. Sometimes we have to wait for it, to believe in it, to manifest the opportunity for happiness. Simply by being open. Opening the heart. Opening the heart. Then it begins to flow. From the ether into our lives. Gemini, Virgo. We have Gemini, we have Gemini on the board twice. That's sacred bond. We have Virgo energy in Queen of Coins. The one who embodies compassion, who can say in the moment, it'll be all right. I'll hold your hand. I can't stay here forever. I'll give some comfort. Then I leave and you cry it out. That's part of being real. Okay. Major Arcana card of Pisces. Processing emotion. Both the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the sublime. Virgo, Gemini, Leo, Capricorn, Leo energy again. Again and again. Have the strength to face shadow. Have the strength to accept happiness. Love don't fix things. Second chance in Judgment card. Scorpio in Tower. Aquarius in the Star card. And I think that's it. Pisces in Hangman. Love don't make things nice. It don't make things easy. but there's an opportunity for happiness. You know, if we stay shut down, maybe no opportunity for hurt. You know, it's the idea that we can put a tourniquet on it and just shut it off and stay alive that way. Not possible. New life. And perhaps new life for the soulmate relationship. I'm not going to say the thing about the fruit and the squeezing. That's a bumper sticker. But is the squeeze worth the juice? You know, is the squeeze worth the juice? With a little help from my friends, you know, yes, I'd suggest yes. Say yes to life. Joseph Campbell was big on that. You know, he's sort of the one who studied archetypes and kind of popularized the idea. And he said, say yes to life. Say yes to the hurt, to the pain, to say, yes, I'm here and I accept this as the price of admission. We'll get squeezed. Is it worth the juice? I'll see you next time.